Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Komal Shekhawat and I hope you all are doing great. In this video, I shall explain how to create a pivot table in Excel. So first, let's understand what is a pivot table. Pivot table is a statistics tool that summarizes and reorganizes your data in such a way to obtain a desired report. Pivot tables are dynamic in nature, unlike the other usual ones. Further, pivot table is a very powerful tool to calculate, summarize, and analyze data that lets you see comparison, pattern, and trends in your data set. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, open your data set for which you want to create a pivot table. So as you can see in this worksheet, I have a set of information wherein in the first column, I have list of some candidates. In the second column, their age. And let's say these candidates have put a requisition for set of items, be it mouse, speaker, printer, speaker, or keyboard. So they are kind of, putting requisition for these items. Then in the fourth column, we have the quantities that they have put requisition for. And finally, the amount. Okay. So this is a very basic information that I have in Excel in a table format, and I want to analyze this information, like how many candidates are putting requisition for, let's say, speaker, how many are putting requisition for, let's say, mouse, and the number of quantities, the amount, summation of the amount, right? So all these information can be analyzed in one go if you can transfer this entire set of information in pivot table, right? So for creating pivot table, what you have to do is once you have opened your worksheet wherein you have your data set, okay, then just click on your table and then move to this option insert. And when you click on this option insert, the very left side, you will see this option pivot table. Okay, so just click on this and then select from table or range. So we are creating a pivot table from this particular information, right? Now you will see a dialog box will open. So here the first section gives you the select a table or range, right? So you have already selected the table. If you want to select the table manually, you can do so. Okay. The next option is where you want the pivot table to be placed. So the option is new worksheet or existing worksheet. So if you select new worksheet, pivot table will be created in another worksheet. And if you select existing worksheet, it will be placed in this worksheet only wherein your information is placed. Okay, so I'll be using this default option of new worksheet. Okay, and once you have selected this option, click on OK. So you can see another worksheet has been created wherein this pivot table option has been given. Right. Now, if you look in the right pan of the worksheet, the right panel of the worksheet will show you all the headers of your table. You can see the headers in my table were name of the candidates, their age, item requisition, quantity, and amount. So these were the headers in my table. All these headers are now visible in this pan in the worksheet in the right side. Okay. Apart from this, you can see list of some options and tools like filters, columns, rows, and values. Okay. So now using these options or tools, you can analyze your data very wisely. Okay. So let's go step by step. First of all, I'll select this option name. Okay. I'll check this box and you can see column wherein the name of the candidates has now appeared, right? Similarly, if I check this box age, you can see the age of each of the candidate is now has been shown in the next column. Okay. Now, the more you will select the options, more options in your pivot table will be created. Okay. Now, let's say I want to analyze this information of quantity, right? And as well as I want to analyze the amount. So I'll select this quantity and amount option, and you can see more columns has been created in this table. Now, the next important information here is that right now, the entire information, specifically the name of the candidates, has been shown in row labels. But if you want, you can change this to column labels. So if you want to change row labels to column labels, just select that particular entry. Okay, so here I want to, let's say, change the name of the candidates from row format to column format. So just select it and drag it down to the column format, right? So you can see the name of the candidates is now being displayed in column format. Okay, but I'll proceed with the row format because it is looking more pleasant, and I want uh, the row format to depict the entire information. Okay, so I'll select that particular entry again. I'll drag it to the row format. Okay. So now in the pivot table, we have the name of the candidates, their sum, the quantities that they are putting requisition for, and the total amount of that quantity, right? Now we have this filter option here. So the filter option can be used in case you have multiple entries, okay? So let's say you want to identify how many people are male or how many are female, or you want to identify how many are graduates and how many are postgraduates and how many are illiterate. Okay, so we have categories here. So in such kind of categories, you can use this option filter, right? So here in this particular data set, we had candidates who had put requisition for different items. So we had keyboard, printer, scanner, right, mouse. So let's say I want to identify how many of these candidates put requisition for printer. Okay. So what I'll do is first I'll select the particular header, which is item requisition. And you can see here that has been displayed, but this information is not clear yet. So what you have to do is in whichever header you have a categorization of the entries, select that particular header and drag it down to the filter option. Okay. Now you will see an option of item requisition here. And if you select this drop down option, you can see multiple entries are there. We have keyboard, monitor, mouse, printer, and speaker, right? So if you select multiple items, you can do so. But let's say I want to identify how many candidates have put requisition for keyboard. So I'll select keyboard and then click OK. So now you can see total 5 candidates have put requisition for keyboards. Their age is given, right? And the number of quantity that they have, put requisition for. So we have like this candidate has put requisition for 26 keyboards. The next candidate has put requisition for 30. The third one has again put requisition for 30. The next for 25 and the last one for 28. So the total number of requisition put for keyboard is 139. So that means being an owner of the shop, I need to create a total requisition of 139 keyboards. Okay, and the total amount required for this is 17850, 17,850. So quickly you can get a glance of entire information, like whatever information you want to check out from this particular data set. Okay, similarly, let's say you want to identify how many of these candidates have put requisition for monitor. So just select monitor and then click on OK. So now you can see only 3 candidates have put requisition for monitored. Their age is given, the quantities that they require, that is 25, 30, and 35. So the total number of quantities that is required from the shopkeeper's end is 90. He need to create 90 monitors, 35 for this candidate Anna, 30 for honey, and 35 for Kalam, right? And the total amount that he's going to receive is 10,220. Similarly, you can see this for mouse, right? So you can see only one candidate has put requisition for mouse, that is Ria. Her age is 30. The quantity she requires is 30, and the amount that the shopkeeper is going to receive is 1,500. Okay, so these are just hypothetical numbers in order to make you explain how you can create pivot tables and how you can, understand or analyze the data through pivot tables. You can also select all and then click on OK. So this will reflect the entire information. So the grand total here is 539. So the total number of requisition is 539, which includes printer, monitor, scanner, keyboard, and mouse. Okay. So this is basically the summation of the age, which does not make any sense. 552 is the summation of the requisition, and the total amount that the shopkeeper is going to receive is 58,230. So this is the summation. Okay. So this is how you can analyze the information using pivot table in one go, and you can change this analysis based upon your requirement, right? So the major tools that are used for this analysis are filters, columns, rows, and values. So the value gives you the summation of the entries, right? So if we want, we can change this one. Let's say we want summation of only the quantities. So that will give you the summation of quantities here. Okay. So this video was created just to give you a glimpse of what pivot table is, how it can be used to analyze data. The analysis would definitely differ depending upon the entries in your respective tables. So this is a very basic version on how to create a simple pivot table. In subsequent videos, I shall be explaining how to create advanced pivot tables and how to use advanced pivot tables to analyze data and to summarize the information. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.